Good day everyone. Welcome back to JBS Wiki. In today's video, we are continuing our Azure Databricks series with an exciting and practical guide, step-by-step guide to configuring and using Databricks CLI. If you ever wanted to streamline your Azure Databricks workspace management or automate tasks directly from your terminal, then this video is for you. We will walk you through the entire process of configuring the Databricks CLI, including installation, setup, authentication, and finally running some useful commands to manage your Databricks environment like a pro. Key steps we will cover: install the Databricks CLI, configure authentication, run basic commands. Before we dive in, if you are new here or if you have been following along with our Azure Databricks series, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming tutorials. Also, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps support the channel and lets me know that you're enjoying the content. All right, let's get started. Let's first check the Python version. The command would be py version. Yeah. So if you see here, it basically tells like no installed Python found. So what I'm going to do now is like I'm going to install the Python. So the link for this I will be providing in this video's description. You can use that. So I'm going to download the latest version of Python. This is the file I downloaded. So let's execute it. I will use the customize installation here. Yeah, click on next, and I'm going to install it in the C drive. Yeah, and the most important thing is like I'm going to select this particular option here, add Python to environment variables. Yeah, because if you don't add it, when you try the pip command, you will get an error stating like pip is not an recognized command. Yeah. So in that case, what you can do is like you need to go to this location, C drive, Python 313, and then you need to type PIP. That way it will work. If you don't want those hassles, then you need to select this add Python to environment variables. Let's click on install here. Let's wait for the installation to complete. Okay, so it is completed now. Yeah, let's click on close. Let's try this command now. So now if I can see, after running this, I'm able to see Python 3.13.0. Now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to run this command. While installation, we clearly saw that PIP is also included. So let's try that. So now what I'm seeing is like I'm getting this particular message, which basically states like PIP is not recognized as an internal or external command. Yeah. So now I added it in the environment variable. Maybe like I need to close the command prompt and reopen it. But what I'll do is like instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to directly go to C drive Python. Yeah, and then to Python 313, and then go to scripts, and then now if you try this command, you will be able to see that PIP 24.2 from this particular location. We are able to see that. So this is the way you have to go about it. If you don't want to get into this and try this command, then you basically have to check the environment variables and then add it properly. But in my case, I'm fine with this. Now I need to get the access token for my Databricks workspace. Yeah. So what you need to do is like you need to click on the profile button and then click on settings here. Yeah. And then go to developer. Yeah. And then you have something called access token here. Click on manage here. Yeah. And then click on generate new tokens. Give a comment here. Let it be demo Databricks CLI, and a date would probably help. So November 2024. Lifetime, you can select whatever days you want. In my case, I'm just going to delete it. So it is going to be non-expired. Yeah, so it will never ever expire. So let's click on generate. So critical thing is like you need to save this token somewhere safe because you will not be able to see this token anymore. So let me copy that and then I will place it in a safer location. Now let's configure the token. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to use this command called Databricks. But before using this command, we need to install the Databricks related stuff in the Python. So the command for that is pip install Databricks -CLI. So this is the command that you need to execute before using anything specific to Databricks. Yeah. So let's wait for this to complete. So it is completed now. So if you can see here, is available. So the latest version is available, but I will go with this one right now. Yeah. To get a list of commands as far as Databricks is concerned, you can use this command. Yeah. And you will be able to see all the commands that is in place for under Databricks. Yeah. So right now, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to configure my Databricks to using the token. So let's run the command Databricks configure token. Yeah. So now let's run that. Okay, now you need to provide the Databricks host. So what I'm going to do is like I'm just going to copy the Databricks host. So what you basically have to do is like get to the Databricks workspace, and then you need to copy the URL there, and then we will keep whatever is required. Yeah. Okay, so I've copied it. So let me paste that. So what I need is like I just need till this one. Yeah, that's it. So I just need the HTTPS and then the Databricks workspace name. Now press enter. Now you need to provide the token here. So whatever token that you created earlier, you should have placed it in a safer location. Now copy that and put it here. So I'm clicking on file, edit, paste. It is pasted even though it is not showing up here. So it is pasted. So that is the reason I use the for edit and paste. So press enter. So now it is configured. Yeah. To check if it is done, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to run this command Databricks, and I will list the file system to see what all we have inside the Databricks file system. Yeah, so if you can see here, these are the files and folders that we are seeing here. Yep. Now, if you want to look inside each of these, you can definitely do that. Okay, so what we'll do is like we will try copying a file. So the C drive temp folder, I have something called ADB test. Yeah. So I'm going to copy this from my C drive temp location to this DBFS Databricks DBFS location. Okay. So the command that I can use is like you can use as DBFS CP C drive temp, and then paste that file txt, and then what you can do is like you can just tell it as dbfs and that file name again. Yeah, .txt. Press enter. So it is completed. Now let's list the file system again, and if you see here, you're able to see that adb test.txt. So here we don't have it. After we copied it, we are able to see that file. Let's list the list of jobs that we have in this workspace. Yeah, Databricks job job list. Now, if you can see here, Um, I'm getting an error. Okay, it's a spelling mistake. It should be jobs. Now, if you see here, so so if you can see here, I have one job, and that is named as job one. Now we will run a command that would list the node type, that node types of your clusters. Yeah, the command would be Databricks clusters list node types, and then check that. If you can see here, it lists out all the cluster and then all the details with respect to that cluster. There are several other commands that you can use. It is like an ocean, but for this video, we looked at some basic commands using which you will be able to get the required details from the Databricks. Yeah. As a recap, what we did is like we configured CLI and then ran some basic Databricks command. We basically like connected to our Databricks workspace using the access token, and then we ran some basic commands. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.